Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first semi-final of the day in the men's football division. It is Indonesia against Vietnam. And, well, it's going to be an interesting game, this one, between both of these sides. As you see, the coach Indra Syafri from Indonesia. So for Vietnam, we have Va Chuan Quan, Quan Tai Pan, Quan Ting Tan, Ngok Tang Nguyen, Van Do Le, Van Tung Nguyen, Tang Han Nguyen, Tai Son Nguyen, Van Chuan Ko, Min Trong Vo, and Duc Pu Nguyen. So the coach Philippe Bernard Victor Troussier. So this is going to be an interesting occasion here between both of these sides. The referees from Korea and from Malaysia, Hee Gong Kim. So we are off here, of course. In this first semi-final of the day. So we have the Vietnamese starting 11. I'm afraid I didn't catch that Indonesian starting 11. So Indonesia are in red, Vietnam are in white. Cross there by Indonesia, early attack there by the Indonesians. Another cross coming in for Indonesia. Remember, Indonesia against Vietnam in this game. It's going to be a rather interesting affair. Indonesia ranked number 149 in the world. Corner kick here for the Indonesians early on. Vietnam ranked number 95. Corner kick for Indonesia, number 8 now to take it to Marcelino, number 7. Cross coming into the back post, header down onto the ground, and that's safely into the hands of the goalkeeper. So we finally have the lineups for the Indonesia side. I'm afraid there was slightly delayed there, so do apologize for that. So Sutriadi in goal, Hernando Ari Sutriadi, the goalkeeper. Rizki Riho Ramadani, number 5, the captain. So number 2, Bagas, Amiruddin Bagas Kafa Arizoi. Number 4, Trisnanda for Indonesia. Number 6, Ananda Raihan Aliyev, so Aliyev there, number 6. Number 7, Marcelino. Number 8, Witan Sulaiman. Number 9, we have Sananta. Number 12, we have Pratama. Number 14, as Vietnam coming forward here in this attack. That's going to be a free kick, yes it is. Number 14, we have Mohamed Fajar Fatur Rahman. And number 19, we have Santosa. So those are the lineups for both of these teams. For Indonesia, Sutriadi in goal, Rizki the captain, Bagas, Trisnanda, Aliyev, Marcelino, Witan Sulaiman, Sananta, Pratama, Rajman and Santosa. Vietnam, Van Chuan, Tuan Tai Pong, Quang Thun Tran, corner kick, free kick there, and that's saved into the hands of the goalkeeper. So Quang Thun Tran, Ngok Tang Nguyen, Van Do Le, Van Tum Nguyen, Tang Nang Nguyen, Tai Song Nguyen, Van Kwong Ho, Min Chong Vo, Duk Pu Nguyen. So those are the 2 lineups for both of these sides in this match between Indonesia and Vietnam. Indonesia number 149, Vietnam number 95 in the world. Another interesting affair here. These are the semi-finals of the Southeast Asian Games. All of you guys here today with us, watching this from wherever you may be. So ball is with Indonesia. Long ball forward there. Decent clearance there by Vietnam. That's going to be a throw-in for Vietnam, number 18 there, Duk Pu Nguyen. With the throw-in for Vietnam. The semi-finals of these 32nd Southeast Asian Games, a pretty big event here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We're of course at the Olympic Stadium for this battle, and at 6:30 we will have Thailand against Myanmar in the other semi-final. So all to play for in these Southeast Asian Games. Cambodia 2023, the 32nd edition of these Southeast Asian Games. Ball is with Vietnam. It's number 5, Ngok Thang Nguyen. Ball into the middle of the park there, back to the defender. Trying to open it up to number 17, Min Trong Vo. Number 2 here, Tuan Tai Po. Ball is back again with Indonesia. 7 on the ball there, Marcelino, the motor and the engine and the creativity of this Indonesian side. Ball is back again with the men in red. Indonesia have the ball. So a big contingent of Indonesian and Vietnamese supporter here in Cambodia. Play on, says the referee. There's no advantage there, so we take it back to that initial free kick. So throw it here for Indonesia number 12. Pratama will take this. Throw in taken by Pratama. Trisnanda with a bullet head. What a throw that is by Pratama. Oh my word. What a powerful weapon this Indonesian side has in their disposal. And they take a 1-0 lead. Look at this. Look at that throw. Bullet throw in. And Trisnanda, the centre-back, making the run from deep. Putting his head on the ball. Nothing Van Chuan, the goalkeeper and captain of Vietnam, can do. And it's Indonesia 1, Vietnam 0. What a goal. What a set piece. That is for Indonesia. What a weapon they have in their arsenal. Wow, 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 wow. So 1-0. And Trisnanda Koman there with the goal, number 4. Well, I have to say, impressed there with that throw and the kick and the head. back, ladies and gentlemen, to this game. We do apologize for the lack of coverage there for a few moments. We were unable to provide you with live coverage of the game, so I do apologize to that, my friends. So these are the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. Indonesia leading here. Trisnanda with a goal, number 4, from a bullet header from inside the box. So guys, welcome back. We do hope that this time the internet connection back in Cambodia is decent enough for us to continue watching this game. It's a very good game of football between Indonesia and Vietnam. We were experiencing some server problems all the way from Phnom Penh, so I do apologize for that, combined with some internet issues. So there was a heavy load at the venue, so I do apologize for that, my friends. There's really technically nothing I can do from the studio with regards to that. But we're back, so it's still 1-0 for Indonesia. Krisnanda with the goal from that bullet header, from that long throw by number 12 Pratama. Here's a chance for Indonesia again, and that goes over the bar this time. So a pretty solid start to this game by the Indonesians. They're taking the game to Vietnam, which is a surprise. Cooling break now. It's cooling break here between Indonesia and Vietnam in the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. Live here from Cambodia in Phnom Penh, it is Indonesia against Vietnam. Indonesia leading by 1-0. We're live here at Sportscast India, of course. The only place where you can watch the Southeast Asian Games if you're outside of Cambodia. Look at that goal once more. What a goal that was. So there you have Kuman Krisnanda with the goal for Indonesia. Leading by 1 goal here. Vietnam now with the ball. One-0 here for the Indonesians. Indonesia ranked number 149 in the world. Vietnam ranked number 95. And of course we have the other semi-final tonight between Thailand and Myanmar. That's going to be another rocking contest. Ball now with Indonesia again. Look at the overlapping run. Here they come once more. Here they look at the back post. Oh, that was selfish. Selfish and not what was needed really there in that occasion. Can see his coach telling him the back post. Look at the back post. It was completely empty. If he just put his head up a little bit there, and would have seen one of his teammates running in completely unmarked and unchecked. That could have been an opportunity for them. For Vietnam. Once again, now Indonesia have the advantage, so they don't really have to go helter-skelter for the win here. They're leading, and they're comfortable sitting back, soaking up the pressure by Vietnam. That's number 2, Tuan Thai Pong. Back again with a number 2 there, plays the ball to the centre back. Number 4, Quang Thun Chan. The keeper Vang Chuan, the goalkeeper and the captain of this Vietnamese side. Back again with Vietnam, Tuan Thai Pong. Decent ball there. Indonesia backing away nicely. Oh! Over the bar for a corner kick. was an opportunity there for Vietnam. Good football there by the Vietnamese. Beautiful ball. Nicely done there by Minh Thong Vo. And that shot on the turn, well, that was number 9. That was Van Thong Nguyen with a strike. Referee deemed they got a nick. And the cross coming in for Vietnam. Scenes! The Olympic Stadium erupts! Van Thong Nguyen with the header, beating the goalkeeper, and it's 1-1, back level here. Van Thong Nguyen with the goal for Vietnam, looping header over the goalkeeper. 1-1. So back here once again, level as when it all started. Van Thong Nguyen, number 9, with the 35-minute equalizer. The crowd has erupted. Clearly there are more Vietnamese fans in the audience than Indonesians. That is clear by the celebrations in this Olympic Stadium when Vietnam have equalized there. It is 1-1. It was a pretty good goal. You can argue perhaps that Sutriyadi, the goalkeeper from Indonesia, was not in the correct goalkeeping position, but we can argue that all you want. It was a very good finish there by the Vietnamese number 9, Van Thong Nguyen, and here come Vietnam once more on the charge, wind in their sails. Number 11, Van Thong Nguyen, overlapping run, good defending this time by Indonesia, playing the ball out from the back, but it goes out for a throw-in. No, it doesn't. It goes straight back to the Indonesian back line. That's number 2, Tu Thai Pong. Plays it to number 12, Thai Song Nguyen. Opens it up wide. The Vietnam supporters in the crowd are absolutely euphoric. They are asking for more, demanding for more, praying that their team can get through the final hurdle of Indonesia. Here they come again. Ball cut back. Number 9 there. Van Thong Nguyen with an air shot. That gets cleared away eventually by Indonesia. Good hold-up play there by the Indonesians. Can they get the ball back? No, they can't. Vietnam has possession again. That's going to be a throw-in for Vietnam. 38 minutes in the game. It's been a pretty good game so far. The tempo is good. Playing is good. The football is good. Everything from the atmosphere to the ground has been fantastic so far. Stoppage in play there because of an injury to one of the Vietnamese players. Perhaps a chance to see both goals again. That would be nice to see both goals once more whilst they are attending to the fallen Vietnamese player. You can see the Vietnamese fans in their thousands here in the Olympic Stadium in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, of course. That's the goal scorer there for Vietnam, Van Thong Nguyen. So number 17 was down there. That was Minh Thong Vo with the injury. So he's being treated there by the physio, so he should be able to continue in this game. A very warm welcome to all of you guys here at Sportscast India, of course, for this particular game between Indonesia and Vietnam in the semi-finals here at the Olympic Stadium of the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. Pretty big event. The winner of this will play either Thailand or Myanmar in the 6:30 final. I do say 6:30 Indian Standard Time, 8 o'clock Cambodian Standard Time. So let's not get confused with that. Free kick here for Vietnam, the 95 ranked team in the world against the 149th ranked team in the world. And so far there hasn't been anything separating both of these teams. It's been all even in this 40 minutes here in Phnom Penh, the Olympic Stadium in Cambodia. That's going to be a free kick, and the referee is just calling the Vietnamese defender over, just giving him a bit of a ticking off. Quang Ton Tran, number 4 from Vietnam, just being scolded there by the referee gently. Free kick for Indonesia. It's been a pretty decent game so far, been pretty good. Some action happening not just in the field but also in the stands. A lot of Vietnamese supporters gathering here, supporting their side. Ball with Vietnam, that's number 19 Santosa. Decent ball out to the wing. Can he find a teammate? The answer is yes. Good defending there by Vietnam. Ball is back with Indonesia though. Recovered by the Vietnamese. Nicely done there by Vang Tung Nguyen, looking for one of the strikers, but risky there. Number 5, the captain of Indonesia, gets and intercepts that. Ball with Indonesia again. Number 2 now, that's Bagus. Interesting ball, but safely into the hands of the goalkeeper Vang Chuan, goalkeeper and captain of this Vietnamese side. Ball with Vietnam again, building patiently from the back. Pretty decently done there by Vietnam, and the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. In the end, that was number 7, Van Der Le, with a control that was miscontrol. That's Philippe Troussier, the Vietnam head coach here for this tournament. So Philippe Troussier, French head coach, of course, has had a lot of experience coaching different nations around the world. Began with the Ivory Coast in 1993, Nigeria 97, Burkina Faso, South Africa, took Japan to the 2002 World Cup, Qatar 2003 and 4, Morocco 2005, and then his Asian adventure continued in Ryukyu and Shenzhen Ruby and Sfaxien in Tunisia, Hangzhou Greentown in China, and then Vietnam under 21 from 2019 to 21, and the Vietnam national team so far. He is an AFC Asian Cup winner with Japan and a FIFA Confederations Cup runners-up with Japan itself, so not much of a playing career for Philippe Troussier. Played in the lower leagues in France for Angoulême and Red Star 93 and Rouen and Ram when they were not the side that they are today. So interesting to note that Vietnam has such an experienced head coach at their disposal, managing the affairs in this Southeast Asian competition. Ball now for Vietnam again, cut back, good defending though by Indonesia again. So once we've done our background check on Philippe Troussier, I realized that the name rang a bell. And yes, he was indeed the Japan head coach in 2002 World Cup, sorry. So that's where I remember Philippe Troussier's name. pretty much a hero in Japan from that World Cup. So it's going to be a corner kick for Vietnam. 5 minutes of added on time, says the referee, for this first half. You don't see that often, do you? So many added on minutes at the end of the first half. You do see that at the second half, though, but not the first one. So nice, interesting tactic there by the referees. Ball gets played short onto the edge of the box. Shot coming in. Goes wide. That was number 12, Tai Song Nguyen, with the strike for Vietnam. So, well, the Vietnamese have a little bit of pressure on their belts. They are the best Southeast Asian side currently. So they have a lot of pressure. They have a lot of reputation to maintain. They reached the final qualifying round of the World Cup qualifiers last year. They did not finish, well, they finished last in the group, but they did manage some positive results in that. So Vietnamese football on a whole is on the up. And, well, Indonesian football is quite interesting. A lot of Dutch players with Indonesian heritage. Remember Wilfred Boma? Well, he had, of course, Indonesian heritage. That's a bit of an argument happening there. All hell breaking loose here between these two sides. No love lost between Indonesia and Vietnam. Referee had to get involved also. There's a player down. There's going to be cards here. Oh my word. Scenes we don't really like seeing in a semi-final game. And it seemed rather nonchalant, to be honest with you. It seemed rather silly. And Ngoc Thong Nguyen is on the floor. Now he gets up. He was there for almost a minute trying to con the referee that he was seriously injured, and miraculously he's just gotten up there and is walking all right. So well, miracles do exist for Ngoc Thong Nguyen there, number 5. Referee is calling everyone over. We're going to see a replay of this once again. It's a foul. That's it. It's a free kick. It's a foul. There's nothing else to that. It's a free kick. And then all of a sudden everything just went a bit crazy there. Referee had to get involved between these two rivals. Look at that. Well, the Royal Rumble was in January, guys. So I'm not sure what's happened there. Number 19, Santosa, Alfeandra Santosa, with the booking for Indonesia. And number 17 also, Ming Tong Vo, gets another booking. But we were talking about Indonesian football. Well, you have you have a lot of good players. I mean, that are Dutch Indonesians like Giovanni van Bronckhorst, of course, John Heitinga, Nigel de Jong, Danny Lanzat, Roy Mackay, Michael Mols, of course, Bobby Beta, Jairo Riedewald, Demi de Zoe. So it's interesting, very interesting to see the amount of Indonesian players representing perhaps other nations, and not just Dutch players, of course, but Emil Aldeiro, for example, is a Sampdoria goalkeeper. He's of Indonesian descent. Raja Nainggolan, of course, perhaps one of the most famous Indonesian descent players, playing for Belgium. Like I said before, Nigel de Jong. Jaden Oosterwolde also. So there's a lot of players. And of course, perhaps one of the biggest ones, of course, is Robin van Persie. His mother's grandmother came from Surabaya in Indonesia. So interesting stuff. Guys, end of this first half boiled down nicely in the very end. 1-1 between Vietnam and Indonesia. Time for a short break. We'll be back with you guys for more second half action of this men's semi-finals in the Southeast Asian Games in Cambodia between Indonesia and Vietnam. So we're back here for the start of this second half. The Indonesian side is already out and about in the main pitch, so shouldn't be too long since we start this second half. This game is very, very finely poised between Indonesia and Vietnam. So number 15 coming on, Kong Den Hoin. Kong Den Hoin for Vietnam. And number 15 also coming on for Indonesia, Taufani, placing number 6. So 2 subs, one for each side. Kong Den Hoin coming on for Wang Kwong Ho, number 13, and Taufani coming on for Aliyev, number 6. And Ferrari also coming on for Komang, surprisingly enough. Replacing the goal scorer Trisnanda Komang. Looks like he's injured there, Komang, so makes sense to just take no risks with him. So we're back here for the start of this second half. It's a captivating game of football so far between these two nations, these two proud footballing nations in Indonesia and Vietnam. Indonesia ranked number 149 in the world, Vietnam number 95. So the favorites perhaps Vietnam for this game, but Indonesia took the lead. Trisnanda Komang with a nice header inside the first 10-15 minutes of that game. And Vietnam, minute 35, Vang Tung Nguyen with the goal, the equalizer. Ball is now with Indonesia. It's number 13 there. Gets into the box. Wow. That was a good chance there for number 9. That's Sananta there for Indonesia. First clear-cut chance of this second half. That's a decent ball there, and Sananta took it upon himself to strike that goal in these 32nd Southeast Asian Games held here in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia. We're here at the Olympic Stadium for this event. So the goalkeeper for Vietnam, Van Chuan, will take this. Goalkeeper and captain, leader, inspiration, motivator. Number 15 now for Indonesia, Taufani. Plays it to Vargas, number 2. Vargas plays it all the way back to his centre-back. That's Ferrari. Number 12 now, Pratama, with an assist in the first half with that throw. As you see, Philippe Troussier, the French head coach, he took Japan to the 2002 World Cup, won the Asia Cup with Japan also, so has pedigree here in Asian football. Philippe Troussier, Frenchman, of course. Vietnam over the years have improved considerably when it comes down to their footballing pedigree. So it's 1-1 in this game. Ball is for Vietnam now once again. Well, the chance is there, carving Indonesia open again. Ball is for Indonesia, number 12. That's Tai Song and Nguyen. That cross coming in. Again recovered there by Vietnam. Indonesia struggling to get the ball out of play, but that's pretty decently done there. But again, Vietnam recover. The pressure is becoming incessant here by the Vietnamese. They want to get to that final. They are the favorites to qualify. They want to get to that final. As Ale Mit Anderson in the chat. Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam. Well, good morning, Vietnam, and good afternoon, I may say right now. 49 minutes on the clock, 1-1, deadlocked here in Phnom Penh in Cambodia. The 32nd edition of the Southeast Asian Games has brought us the final four: Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, and Myanmar. Only two will go through to the next round. Who will they be? The favorites Thailand and Vietnam, or will the surprise packages of Indonesia and Myanmar surprise us all? Good defending by Indonesia. Ball is once again with the men in red, taking their time, looking for the accuracy. That's nicely done. That's number 8 now, Witan Sulaiman. Witan Sulaiman with a nice overlapping run, number 12, Pratama. Sulaiman once again with the ball inside the box, at the edge of the box actually. He tries a back heel to find Pratam, and Pratama couldn't find him. But some good build-up play there by Indonesia. Not bad, if you allow me to say so. So, free kick here for Vietnam, which will be taken by the goalkeeper and captain Van Chuang. Just a reminder, at 6:30 Indian Standard Time, 8 o'clock Cambodian Standard Time, we will be having the other semi-final between Thailand and Myanmar, with yours truly on the commentary mic once more. Ball now for Vietnam, nicely done. Edge of the box down to the corner. Good defending by Indonesia. Good defending by Indonesia. Solid defending there by number 5, Rizky, the captain. That was very good defending here. Shepherded number 11, Tong Nong and Nguyen to the flank, and then dispossessed him in the end. Throw in for Vietnam. Number 16 there, that's Ferrari. Santosa now for Indonesia. Oh, that's a foul. Has to be a foul. Yes, it is indeed. Referee blows back there. It was a big grab there by number 17, Min Trong Vong. Chance here for Indonesia once more. Ball is on the edge. Deyas Achar is saying Indonesia have improved a lot in recent years, now top 3 along Thailand and Vietnam. Thailand and Vietnam are still, I think, far away from Indonesia and the likes of Cambodia and Myanmar and Laos and so forth. Philippines are a very good side. So another long throw here by Pratama. The first one yielded a goal. Second one, keeper makes a bit of a hash of that. Chance again for it. Oh, can you believe it? Oh my word! Goal! From another throw-in, Indonesia take the lead. Number 16 Ferrari. Oh, look at that. The keeper all out at sea. And that strike. Oh, that strike. Took a deflection, I believe. We're going to see it again. Yes, it did. Completely bamboozling the goalkeeper. And Ferrari scores the second goal for Indonesia. Look, I have to tell you one thing. Every single time that Indonesia get a throw in deep inside Vietnam territory, it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be helter-skelter. It's not Vietnam that scored. It's not Marcelino. It's not number 7. It's number 16 Ferrari for Indonesia that has given them a 2-1 lead here. So Ferrari has scored, albeit with a fortunate deflection for Indonesia. But once again, the long throws, the bullet-paced throws by Indonesia causing havoc. Chance here for Vietnam to peg Indonesia back immediately. Good defending there by the goal scorer Ferrari. Philippe Troussier, the French, ooh la la, must not be happy about this. He won't be happy with what he's seeing here by his men, the Vietnamese. Ball now for Vietnam again. Nicely done here by Vietnam. Cross coming in, confusion there between the goalkeeper and Rizky, Sutriadi and Rizky. In the end, it doesn't really matter because the ball goes out for a corner kick, but Indonesia are leading against Vietnam. Not a lot of us would have predicted that at the beginning of the game, really. Vietnam, the heavy favorites here. Number 7, Van Dole to take this corner kick for Vietnam. Referee's going to call the players over. Ferrari and Ngoc Thong and Nguyen tussling in the middle of the box there. Referee wants calm. Calma, 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 he's saying. Obviously in a language that they will understand, of course. Referee's Chinese, by the way. That ball replayed in by Vietnam. Header in the front post, cleared away by Indonesia. Not yet cleared enough fully. That's nice header there. Oh, stop, stop, stop. There's a bit of a clash of heads there. And, wow. Full-blooded clash of heads there between number 5, Rizky, and number 4, Quang Ting Tong. That's a centre-backs clash of heads, isn't it? Both centre-backs going for the ball. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That's got to hurt. Both men down and out. Injured, of course, with these new protocols, concussion protocols, all around the footballing world now. You really have to take care of these sorts of injuries. Well, Indonesia are leading by 2 goals. 2-1. It's incredible. It really is incredible. How the Indonesians are just playing without any sort of fear here, any sort of apprehensions. It is 2-1 for Indonesia. Ball now for Vietnam, 58 minutes on the clock. If the saving grace for Vietnam right now is that there's still around 35 minutes left of this game. So they still have a long time to try and get back into this game. The only trouble is that Indonesia are defending really well. That's a good ball there for Indonesia again. Can't get there, Marcelino. The head coach for Indonesia happy and applauding his team players. Vietnam now has the ball again in what is a Vietnamese heavy favorite crowd here. The Vietnamese fans have poured into Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, engulfing the Indonesian fans. Ball for Vietnam. It's number 2, Tuan Tai Pan. Nicely opened up wide to number 18. That's a chance here for Vietnam. The ball falls back to them. Opportunity, not getting there. Nicely done by Indonesia. Looking to break. Can they do that? The answer is no. That was good defending once again by Vietnam. So this will probably be Indonesia's game plan as of now. They'll be looking to break on the counter attack, looking to try and soak up as much pressure as they possibly can, looking to break on the counter, trying to confuse Vietnam. That's going to be a free kick there by Pratama, probably a yellow card. Yes, it is. I very rarely get these things wrong. That's a yellow card, and it's a second yellow card for Pratama. What's happened there? He's been sent off. Well, can't argue with that. That's a yellow card, isn't it? He's been sent off. Was that a straight red or a second yellow? Was that a straight red or a second yellow? It's a second yellow card for Pratama. Booked in the first half. Arhan Pratama has been sent off for Indonesia. That's the last thing they wanted. That is the last thing Indonesia wanted. They now have to face this Vietnamese well-oiled machine with just 10 men on the field of play. Oh, how the games change. Number 8 is coming on here for Vietnam. Pratama sent off for Indonesia. He is disgruntled, he's not happy. Maybe he should be unhappy with himself for making that silly free kick there. So, Indonesia leading 2-1, down to 10 men. Now the real battle begins for Indonesia. Can they survive? Ball with Vietnam, free kick in a dangerous position. Outswinger or in-swinger? There's going to be an in-swinger. Decent ball in, not cleared away, blocked though by Indonesia. Good defending there by the Indonesians. For Vietnam again, but cleared away by Indonesia. All hands to the pump now for the men in red, as well, Vietnam are ready to make another substitution here. Number 8 will be coming on for the Vietnamese. trailing by 2-1, but they have a man advantage here. Another cross here for Vietnam, blocked away by Vargas. That's a good challenge by Vargas, and it's a throw-in for Vietnam. The sub will now be able to take place for Vietnam, and well, we're going to have confirmation of that substitution any moment now. It's a double substitution actually. Number 8 and number 14 coming on, and number 3 also coming on for Indonesia. Perhaps after this throw, maybe the referees giving the Indonesian players a little bit of a telling off there. Number 19 Sentosa is not particularly happy with the referee. So number 17 coming off, Min Chong Ho. Number 18 coming off also. So 8 and 14 are coming on. Van Kang Quat and Nguyen, Van Tong Nguyen. Van Tong Nguyen and Quat coming on. And for Indonesia, number 3 is coming on, replacing number 8, Witan Sulaiman. So that's a change of tactics here for Indonesia. They're looking to shepherd the game a little bit more. So number 3 coming on for number 8 here. Witan Sulaiman taking his time as Ilham comes on for Indonesia. So that's 3 subs each already made here in this game. Throw in for Vietnam, 64 minutes on the clock. 25 minutes left for the Vietnamese to get a goal back here. And they're not going to get it with those kind of headers. And an Indonesian player is down injured. Have to wait and see if he can recover here. That's number 15 there, Dalphiny. Took a bit of a knock there from one of the Vietnamese players. Nothing too serious, to be honest. It was Ferrari, actually, number 16. So, Indonesia 2, Vietnam 1. So far, so good if you're an Indonesian supporter, Indonesian fan. As Ferrari seen there jokingly laughing now. So, ball back with the goalkeeper. This is Sutriyadi for Indonesia. Hasn't really been tested that much, has he? Ball back with the Vietnamese centre-backs. They've taken a centre-back off, I believe, and put in some more attacking players here. That's what they should do. It's number 11, that is Thang Nang Nguyen. Solid defending once again by Indonesia, keeping it nice and tight at the back. And Ngoc Thang Nguyen now for Vietnam. Opens it up wide to Thang Nang Nguyen. And again, good defending there by Indonesia, and there's going to be a throw-in. And Philippe Troussier, the French commander-in-chief of these Vietnamese players, is not happy with what he's seeing there with his team so far. I'm pretty sure he's not happy. He cannot be happy with the way that Vietnam are playing this game here today. They look a bit lackadaisical. They look a bit slow on the passes. It's just not happening, is it? Ball now for Vietnam again. 67 minutes on the clock. Solid pass there. Opportunity. He should have maybe shot there. back again with Vietnam. That's number 11 now. That's Tang and Nang Nguyen. Another cross for Vietnam. That's poor there by Vietnam. Again, simple defending here by Indonesia. You can see there Philippe Troussier trying to explain to his team members what they have to do. But Indonesia are defending solidly, even with 10 men. Ball back again with Vietnam now. One of the Vietnamese players is down injured. Again, another stoppage in play, something that Indonesia won't mind at all, to be fair. Indonesia won't mind these stoppages of play. 1 iota. Bit of a collision. Nothing malicious, I might say. Oh, it looks like he's going to be taking off injured. So Vietnam continue trying to apply the pressure here on Indonesia. 70 minutes in the game. Still 2-1. 20 minutes left here for Vietnam to salvage this game and spare their blushes. Indonesia now with the low block, defending deep in their own territory. It's going to be hard to break them down. They're playing with 10 men, let's not forget that. That's number 7, that's Marcelino, nicely well done there. And it's another throw-in now for Indonesia. Again, the camera focus on the Frenchman Philippe Troussier, who took Japan to the 2002 World Cup and won the Asia Cup with Japan in the year 2000, and has a lot of experience in Asian countries, Philippe Troussier. Another change here for Vietnam, number 10 coming on. So Xuan Tian Ding. That shot was not that far away, was it, here for Vietnam? That was number 8. Quoc Van Kang. And the Indonesian keeper has to be careful here, because he might be booked here for time wasting. And that is not something that you want to be doing. Another injured player though for Indonesia. Another change here, Joe Hardy coming on. Place number 9, Sananta. Ball for Indonesia again. That shot coming in. That was not far away, was it? That was a shot there by number 15, Taufani. That was not far away from a third goal there for Indonesia. I mean, they are leading by 2 goals. They have a player less, and still they're playing some decent ball here, the Indonesians. 17 minutes left of this game. Vietnam controlling the tempo, having the lion's share of possession, but it doesn't matter if you have all the possession in the world as long as you're not penetrating and as long as you're not having the possession in the right place. Oh my word, that was close. That was close there. Bit of a mix-up there by Ferrari and his centre-back partner Rizki. That could have gone anywhere really. And it goes for a goal kick. Wow. In the end, it worked out for them just fine. So Sutriyadi with the goal kick for Indonesia. Ball now for Vietnam again. That was number 5, and Ngoc Tong and Nguyen with the pass. Back to the keeper Vang Chuan. Vietnam have to hurry up here. Time is eking away. Time is slowly disappearing in the clock. Just 15 minutes left now. Another chance here for Vietnam to put the ball into the box. And Ngoc Tong and Nguyen with possession. Looking for the nice pass there to number 7. That's a poor ball there. That's a very bad ball there by Van Dole. Not what you want or expect from your number 7. Clearly not what was expected in that moment in time. So we have a cooling break now here. It's pretty hot here in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, above 30 degrees. So it's only obvious that the players will be taking a cooling break. So a lot of Dutch and Belgian players with Indonesian heritage, and of course also the Italian keeper Mila Odero. As we see the first goal there for Indonesia and the customary celebration from the touchline. That goal for Vietnam was an equalizer, pretty good equalizer. The positioning of the keeper can be called into question. And then that second goal, yet from another throw-in. Look at that. As simple as can be. So we were discussing Dutch players with Indonesian heritage and the Belgian ones. Of course, the most famous Belgian one with Indonesian heritage is Raja Nainggolan, of course. Then we have Roy Maguire, Danny Lansat, Danny Mols, Wilfred Boma, Jair Riedewald, and Johnny Heitinga. Oosterveld also currently playing in Netherlands. So there are a lot of players with Indonesian heritage. Of course, a very strong tie between Indonesia and the Netherlands from centuries ago. Ball is with referee is just coming inside there just to take control of the situation there. "13 minutes left, and then we'll have a break of around 2 hours before the next game kicks off between Thailand and Myanmar. So time for a break between those two games. This game is still not over though. 12 minutes left. Vietnam have possession. looking to build up from the back. That's nicely done there. He should cross it. Lays the ball back, looking for a cross. Not a bad one. Ball's in the box! Goal! The fans go absolutely berserk. Vietnam have equalized, and we just have to figure out if that was an own goal or did it come one of the Vietnamese players. The cross was pretty decent, and it's an own goal, my friends. Own goal for Indonesia. The pressure was telling. We're going to see the replay once more here. It's Bagus trying to clear his lines, and Philippe Trousier's men absolutely delighted. Well, it was always going to be a moment of either magic or a moment of absolute disaster to get Vietnam back level in this game, and I'm afraid the latter has happened. Amiruddin Bagus with the own goal for Indonesia. It's 2-2, and boy oh boy, this game continues in this roller coaster whirlwind of a scenario. Here come Indonesia though. They look dangerous right now. Vietnam recovered possession there. And the fans here in Phnom Penh are cheering for the Vietnamese team here. You can almost sense it. It's a home crowd for Vietnam today. You can see thousands of Vietnam supporters in the stands. Vietnam coming forward again. Is that going to be a free kick? No, it isn't, says the referee. It's going to be a goal kick. Vargas there, number 2 with the own goal. And Quoc Van Kong not happy with the referee there. He wanted a free kick. Perhaps he should have had that free kick. So 10 minutes to decide who will be the first finalist of this Southeast Asian Games in the men's football division. It's been a pretty good game so far. Electric from start till this minute. A lot of nuances in this game. The Vietnam supporters are absolutely loving it, absolutely loving every second of it. Making as much noise as they possibly can. Ball for Vietnam again. That's number 10, that's Thien Dinh. Vietnam looking to carve Indonesia open once more. Ball now for Vietnam once again. They're pinning Indonesia back here. No foul, says the referee. Chance for Indonesia now to break. They're looking for the more conservative approach here, Indonesia. Nicely done. They're a decent side, Indonesia. Even down to 10 men, they haven't wilted. There was a mistake that's cost them that goal. Number 3 there, that's Iham. Nicely done there by Indonesia. Iham once more. No foul, says the ref. Game's getting a little bit messy now. Good ball there for number 7, Marcelino. Good interception though by Vietnam. "7 minutes left. The tension is palpable in the Olympic Stadium in Phnom Penh. There's an awry feel to this. It could go either way. Vietnam have the upper hand, but Indonesia have made them sweat and fight for every inch, every blade of grass in this Olympic Stadium, and the fans acknowledge this. Ball now for Indonesia. Vietnam possession, nicely done. Ball in the box, all saved. What a save that is by Sudaryadi, the goalkeeper. Straight at him, but still his hands and his feet did not tremble. In a moment like this where a lot is riding on you as a goalkeeper, the last thing you want to have is butterfingers, and that was a good clean take, and that's a free kick now for Vietnam. The fans chanting and happy for that free kick. Philippe Touzier gets off his seat. This was some very good football by Vietnam there, and the shot was just straight at the goalkeeper. Luckily enough for him, good positioning by Sudaryadi. That shot by Kon Van Kong, but he is going to be tested again, that's for sure. 6 minutes left. Free kick for Vietnam. Number 8 and number 7, Kon Van Kong and Van Dole over this ball. Number 9, Van Tong Nguyen, the goal scorer of the first goal for Vietnam, is in the wall with the Indonesians. Referee sets the wall up. Tension palpable. Drama, you can smell it in the air. That hit one of the Indonesian players, goes out of play for a corner kick. Still, the danger is not over. Philippe Touzier is encouraging his players. Allez, allez, allez. Number 12 now. This is Tai Son Nguyen for Vietnam. Plays the ball short. Cross coming in. Back post. Shot! Oh, was that a shot? Was that a cross? I think he was confused there, Van Dole. Number 7 didn't know whether to have a strike, whether to have a shot, as we see some of the Vietnamese fans and supporters today gracing the seats of these Olympic Stadium here in the capital city of Cambodia, Phnom Penh. The 32nd Southeast Asian Games brought to you live here by Sportscast India, and the first men's semi-final couldn't have been tighter than this. It's 2-2 with around 4 minutes left. Indonesia have been playing with 10 men for the last 20-25 minutes. They've held on valiantly, but Vietnam continue applying the pressure. Vietnam continue turning the screw. Vietnam with possession. Number 5 now with the ball, and Ngoc Thang Nguyen. Nice simple ball. Has space. Chance! Oh, what a save! Oh, Sudaryadi once again called into action. Van Tong Nguyen with a very, very good striker's header, anticipating the defender. And Sudaryadi flying to stop that from nestling into the bottom corner. Very good save by the goalkeeper. It was nestling into the bottom corner. We're going to see another angle from that here. Yes, it was. Wow. What a moment to produce a stunning save. Ball to the back post for Vietnam. 3 minutes left of this thrilling encounter. This first semi-final of the men's division here in the Southeast Asia Games between Indonesia and Vietnam. Indonesia 149 in the world. Vietnam number 95. Ball now for Tai Son Nguyen. Nicely done. Gets into the box. Cuts it back. Good defending by Indonesia. Surviving by the skin of the teeth. Surviving here with everything they have. Indonesia now with a chance to break. Maybe. No, it isn't. Vietnam continue applying the pressure. and it is becoming incessant pressure at this moment in time. Vietnam want to finish this game off in normal reglementary time. They don't want extra time. They don't want penalties. They want this game to finish here and now. Another chance here for Vietnam, and that's a bit of a wasted ball there. 2 minutes left for Indonesia to hold on and may perhaps take it on to extra time. 2 minutes left for Vietnam to find a winner. This is all coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you may be watching. This is a game you don't want to be missing right now. 90 seconds of normal time left. The tension is palpable, not just in the field of play, but also in the stands. A Vietnamese partisan crowd has inundated the Phnom Penh Olympic Arena, cheering their Vietnamese heroes on. A small group of raucous Indonesian supporters cheering their heroes on. If you're watching now, you might be a neutral. This game has been breathtaking from start to finish. This second half has been a whirlwind of emotions for both of these sides. A cross coming in safely into the hands of Sudaryadi, falls down, knees on the ground, taking as much time off as he possibly can. Hernando Sudaryadi, the Indonesian goalkeeper, has made 2 very important saves in this second half. Throw-in for Vietnam, deep inside Vietnamese territory. The 4th official, the man in yellow, is walking towards the center circle, and there is going to be 8 added on minutes. You've seen that correct. 8 added on minutes in this game. Vietnam have the ball. They have 8 more minutes to try and win this game. Indonesia, 8 minutes to survive. They played with 10 men for the last 25 minutes of this game. And by Jove, they've done a fantastic job of that, of keeping the Vietnamese as quiet as they possibly can. Good defending again by Rizky, the captain, leading from the front. Here comes Indonesia, the Indonesian barrage, the Indonesian attack. Looking perhaps for a surprise winner here. Indonesia with the ball, Vietnam overcrowding the Indonesians, and now Vietnam looking for the ball. This is Van Tung Nguyen, the goal scorer for Vietnam. Van Tung Nguyen with a strike! Goes over the bar. He has charisma, he has flair, and he has the ability to produce special moments. Van Tung Nguyen tried one of those there, it just didn't work out for him. We are now just left with 6.5 minutes on the clock. Hernando Sudaryadi taking as much time as is legally possible with this goal kick. Finds one of his teammates, one of his brothers in arms, and that is a throw-in for Indonesia. Again, time lost for Vietnam, an oasis of time gained for the Indonesians. Time for a little bit of a breather. Good throw there for Indonesia. Looking for the overlapping run, miscommunication. And that goes out of play for a goal kick, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it going to be a foul? It's going to be a foul for Indonesia, I believe. Maybe mistaken here. I'm not entirely sure what the referee has given. He has given a foul for Indonesia. 5.5 minutes left of this game. It will be number 19 to take it. Santosa to take this free kick for Indonesia. What a story it would be if they were to score in the dying embers of this first semi-final game against Vietnam. 5 minutes left on the clock. Santosa takes it. Santosa with a delivery, that was a good one. Safely into the hands of Van Truong, the captain and goalkeeper of this Vietnamese side. 4.5 minutes left for Vietnam to try and find a winner. And if either of these two sides do manage to find a winner in the dying embers of this game, I'm afraid that the Olympic Stadium here in Phnom Penh will hear a raucous celebration, perhaps like it's never heard before. Ball now once again with Van Truong, the goalkeeper from Cambodia. From Vietnam. Sorry for that, guys. So involved in this game right now. It's absolutely fascinating game of football, this one. Number 15 now, Kong Dan Huynh. Delightful ball in, cuts it back, and that strike well over the bar there by number 14 Nguyen Van Tran. Philippe Trousier is asking for calm. The French tactician has seen it all in his managerial career, 67 years now, Philippe Trousier. So, seasoned, experienced head coach. Took Japan to the 2002 World Cup, won the Asia Cup with Japan in the year 2000. So he has pedigree in Asian football. Ball once more for Vietnam. Opportunity here for Vietnam if it can find the right pass, and the answer is no. Indonesia now coming forward. Oh, look at the space the Indonesians have here now. Opportunity for Indonesia. Cuts inside. Overlapping run. Is he going to use him? The answer is no. Ball falls down to the edge of the box. Oh! With just a couple of minutes left. Oh my word! The stars have aligned. The gods have answered their prayers. What a finish to this game. Into the bottom corner. Taufani, the hero in Indonesian football at the moment. Mohamed Taufani, the crowd has gone berserk. Indonesia, against all odds, are looking like they are going to beat Vietnam and qualify for the final of the Southeast Asia Games here in Cambodia, unless Vietnam have a reply. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. Sutariadi once more with a save for Indonesia. Philippe Trousier cannot quite believe it. What a chance that was for Vietnam. Indonesia. Unbelievable stuff here in Phnom Penh, and those other jitters, that is the goalkeeper Van Truong being forced into an error, the pressure getting to these Vietnamese players. Simple control, spills over outside for a throw-in. Indonesia have 30 seconds to survive here. My voice is absolutely breaking, but boy oh boy, I don't care. The Indonesian keeper now on the floor being attended to by the physios. Indonesian players, when they scored the goal, and Vietnamese players all fell into a heap. You can imagine the Indonesian players in happiness and glee, and the Vietnamese players just in utter disbelief, not knowing how on earth they are going to lose this game. What an emotional roller coaster of a match, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And if this serves as the antecedent for the second semi-final between Thailand and Myanmar, then boy oh boy, we're in for a treat later on at 6:30 Indian Standard Times. Mohamed Haikal comes on. Let's not forget this. Indonesia have played with 10 players for over 35 minutes, and they're on the verge of creating history by beating Vietnam in the Southeast Asian Games. What a moment. What a occasion for Indonesia and football in Indonesia. And what a fantastic football game. 9 minutes have already elapsed. That is the end of the game. Indonesia qualify for the final of the Southeast Asian Games. Look how much it means to those Indonesian coaches and players in the middle of the ground. Utter disbelief in the Vietnamese camp. They cannot quite understand or believe how they've lost that game. Indonesia, miracles do happen. What a game of football. And that is the hero, Taufani, number 15 for Indonesia. What a game of football in these Southeast Asian Games. Wow. Thank God we have a 2-hour break now to recover, and well, this was a roller coaster of emotions in this game. Indonesia 3, Vietnam 2. Indonesia qualify for the final, and Thailand or Myanmar will be the team that they will be waiting for. So my friends, it's been a pleasure being here with you guys at Sportscast India, broadcasting, commentating, and showing you the beauty of this football, of this sport. A sport that for many of us is almost akin to religion. Till the next game at 6:30 in a couple of hours' time. My name is Joel Williams. Pleasure being here with you guys from Phnom Penh in Cambodia. Till then, stay safe and take care.